Hi class, this is a short video on chapter 1. And before we jump into chapter 1, I need you to review the directions for this lecture. First of all, I need you to locate the PowerPoint presentation that was given during the first day of class. This is in the first packet. Now, this is how it's actually going to work for the lecture. I need you to look at number 2 here, and what you're going to be doing is you're going to be filling in the actual PowerPoint as we go through the presentation. Part of your assignment is to complete all remaining questions and examples from the lecture. Number 4 is very important. I need you to make sure that you hold on to this PowerPoint. You're going to be turning it in the day of exam number 1 as a paper copy of your solutions. So I'll give you a minute for you to actually find me this PowerPoint, and then we're gonna move on. Okay, so let's actually get started. And statistics is in fact not a math class. It's actually considered a science because it deals with how to properly collect data, and then after the data has been collected, we typically draw conclusions about a population based on a sample. So the formal definition of statistics is that it is the science of planning studies and experiments, obtaining data, and then organizing, summarizing, presenting, analyzing, interpreting, and drawing conclusions based on the data. So it's not just a math class, it's technically science. The idea of being science is because data changes within time. Think about your age. Today you're a certain age, a year, 2 years from now, that specific value is going to change. Okay, so let's get started. So this is the main idea. In statistics, we're going to be studying a population. Now, to study a population, we need a sample where we draw measurements and then draw conclusions about the population. So, in terms of a basic definition, a population is the complete collection of individual scores to be studied. So, a researcher is going to have an idea of what is it that he wants to collect data from. Once he has this idea, then he's going to select his population. To study his population, he's going to need a sample. So a sample is a sub-collection of members from a population, and it happens to be smaller than the entire population. Let me move to the next slide where I'm giving you examples. So when we talk about a population, we could actually come up with all community college students. That would be the population in question. And as we look at a sample, well, it is a sub-collection, so a sample could be you guys. So Modesto Junior College students, and then notice that these two are highlighted, so I need you to fill them in your PowerPoint. Also, now that we covered what is a population and a sample, I need you to provide an example. As I review your PowerPoint problems, I'll be looking at this portion where you're providing your own examples. Okay, let's go to the next one. And this is the main idea in statistics. So we're going to be studying values out of a population, which are here. These would be the mean of a population, which is typically mu. The standard deviation, it's actually called sigma. The variance of a population, which is called sigma squared. All of these will be described more in detail in chapter 3, but the basic idea is that as we're collecting data, you're looking at a population, and in the same format, we're going to be looking at, well, actual data from a sample. So when we refer to the mean of a sample, that's x bar as opposed to mu, and the standard deviation of a sample is s as opposed to sigma. Variance is defined as s squared as opposed to sigma squared. So as we continue covering topics from our course, we have to be very clear if we're going to be talking about a population or if we're going to be talking about an actual sample. So let me pause a minute for you guys to actually observe these values, and before we move on to the next slide. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So the main branches of statistics are basically two. One of them is called descriptive statistics. In descriptive statistics, this branch deals with how to properly collect data and methods of data collection. The second branch deals with once we have all the data collected properly, we're going to be doing inferences on the population, which is measurements and observations of the data collected. So this is the second branch. This is inferential. This branch deals with drawing conclusions regarding an actual population. Okay, we're going to pause here for a minute and then we're going to go to the next video. So this ends the first video. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to catch up and then we're going to move on to the next one.